My name is Irene Chelimo from Real Analytics. I head marketing at Real Analytics, and it is a great pleasure to be here today for this event. Thank you so much to MSK for giving us the opportunity to partner with them in releasing this report. So basically, Real Analytics offers clients data that is driven by research and media spends analysis. So the report that you're presenting today is derived from our media analysis that we handle for our clients. So we track advertising for our clients and different companies within the different sectors. And from these reports, we are able to do an analysis of how spending was done across media platforms, which is radio, TV, print, and the online platform. But the report that you are presenting today only handles the mainstream media, which is radio, TV, and print.
First thing, when the first case was announced, as the Marketing Society of Kenya, we were able to convene what we call the National Business Compact, which is a multi-stakeholder forum where we asked brand owners, societies, the UN family, and other NGOs to come, and we deliberated on what we need to do to amplify and support what the government was doing. So when we started the Business Compact, some of the things that we were focusing on were to drive a communication campaign, which was to tell people to do the three simple things: washing hands, wearing a mask, and social distancing, supporting the government. And we had a lot of support from our members who gave resources in terms of media time. We spent, in the last 4 or 5 months, we've been able to spend almost 200 million on donated TV and above the line spends to be able to support what the government is doing. At the same time, we've gotten money to be able to deploy hand washing stations across the country. We've gotten support in terms of in-kind support such as soaps that we've been able to donate and support the government in its initiative to stop and or to limit the spread of the virus across the country. I think that there are two things here in terms of the spends. So one was government regulation around betting, which had a big impact between last year and this year. So we saw betting lose around 8 billion in spend between last year and this year. And the second bit, which we experienced in the second quarter of this year, was purely driven by government measures to enforce lockdown. So with less eyeballs on the road, out-of-home billboards went down. Advertisements and advertisers were able to cut down their budgets and limit what they were putting on TV, either to be sensitive to the consumer with relevant content, or for others just to protect the bottom line of these companies. So we saw a big dip in Q2 in spends, and we've seen a total aggregated total spend impact of 12 billion in terms of media spends, which is purely TV, print, and radio. And then we've what you call the below the line aspect of marketing, where we have brands engaging with consumers at different touch points, such as activations, when you go to the supermarket and someone is telling you about the new product, or when you have events when you want people to experience a product. We've seen also a hit of around 10 billion in that space. So we estimate a total impact of around 22 billion for the first half of this year that the industry has lost in that space. So a lot of jobs have been affected as well in that space.
And you can use your hands. For Marketing Society, it's part of our physical deliverable. Yes.
We just put